So this video is about a budget 2011 that I think is worth purchasing. Now, lately in the gun world, everybody's ranting and raving about 2011s. It's like the new biggest thing. They shoot so well, blah, blah, blah. But the one biggest problem is they're expensive. They're $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, up to $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. It's ridiculous, all right? Nobody has that type of money to just buy for a pistol, and you can buy 30 pistols instead. So I'm here to present to you a pistol that I think is worth it, and it is a true budget 2011, and it is the Mac 9 DS. Now, I know people are saying, oh, it's a Turkish clone and blah, blah, blah. Yes, you're right. It's a Turkish clone. It's a Turkish clone of the 1911. And to be honest with you, I think it's the best one yet. So if we start off here, it is a 4.25 inch barrel. It does come with a bull barrel and it's crowned. It has slide serration, slide stop, ambi controls, not mag release, skeletonized trigger. It's a Series 70 1911 trigger and a skeletonized hammer. Also, the top is all metal, the frame's metal, and the grip is polymer. And it comes with a mag well and a stupid safety on the grip safety. So this one, I just threw a Holosun on it and a TLR1 Streamlight, and this is just kind of like a budget build that I wanted to showcase. Now, I did get it ported and do a little bit of work there, which is not really done, but anyways, but this is mainly just about the gun. It's not about any of that stuff. So I know people say, you can't get a budget 2011 for under $1,000, or, and a budget 2011 is considered a Springfield Prodigy maybe, or something like that. And then maybe a Romulus, or, but here you have it. Now, obviously, this is not going to be the same quality as a $5,000 Atlas. Like, let's be real here. So you don't expect that, but for what it is, I think I got this one on sale for $699. Okay, $699 for a 2011 like that. And the thing is about it, if you want, you can upgrade every last part on here because it's compatible with all of Staccato, our 2011 accessories. So you can put 2011 mag wells, you can change the grip, you can change this, you can change that, you can change barrels and everything under the sun. So really, you have a lot of if you want to put $1,000 into a $700 gun, you can, and you'll probably have a nicer gun. Now, one thing I do want to note, does it shoot well? Yeah, especially after I ported it. Does it shoot like a $3,000 or $8,000 2011? That's debatable. I would say it really depends on how picky you want to be. But one thing I do want to note is the slide. So the slide is pretty smooth. Has a little bit of slop in it, of course, but you have to be real here. You're paying $700 for 2011. This is not a pistol that has hand-fitted Atlas to the frame with a hand-fitted slide where, I'll show a clip here if anybody's familiar with that, but they basically sand down the slide and the frame don't fit together, and they sand it down till the pieces come together and make it work. That's how you get that tight, like it's on rails, no wiggle, but you're paying for that. This is probably mass produced in some place in Turkey and imported here into Military Arms Corp in Knoxville, Tennessee, and they're sold. So without further ado, I'm just going to shoot it a little bit and just show you, what I think about it. All right, now first things first, we're going to start out with the build drill, something easy, and just show you, how it shoots. Regular standard build drill at 7 yards. Nothing special. All right. I didn't sight it in, which I probably should have done, but there you go. Terrible shots. First one up there, and then I guess maybe the porting works so good it tracks down a little bit more than I thought. So let's run that back one more time. All right, yeah, it does track a little. So there we go, that's better. 6 shots up top A zone. So yeah, I mean, shoots way better than a Glock in my opinion for the price of a Glock and a flashlight. I mean, you can't really beat it. So when, you know, I hear all these, oh, there's no good budget 2011s out under $1,000, that doesn't really make sense to me. But what do I know? Maybe everyone has money. Maybe the type of money people have, a budget 2011 is $2,500. But to me, it's not. But I mean, I'll let you be the judge. But Mac 9 DS. So I know what you're thinking. $700 for a pistol, it can't be all that good, right? Well, for $700, it is. Now, I also know what you're thinking. Well, I can go with something a little more reputable and US made, like a Springfield Prodigy. Yeah, you can, and there's nothing against that. Go for it. But if you want to get a 2011 that's compatible with all 2011 parts, which means you could upgrade anything on it, a flashlight and an optic for the price of a Prodigy, well, then I would say that this is a better deal. But, you know, like I said, to each his own. Some people are more worried about, you know, maybe getting made fun of the range or not being as rich as their friends or not being able to hang with all the gun tube guys, you know, but really, I'd rather buy this and spend the rest of the money and train better. So, but yeah, that's what I think. I like it. Now let's talk about the trigger. So the trigger does have, that's about as much take up. There it is. So is it the best trigger in the world? No. Is it better than a striker fire pistol? Yes. Does it enable you still to shoot fast? In my opinion, yes. So, you know, you can take that as a grain of salt. And if you're a trigger snob or you're just used to more high-end triggers, you can take this and you can change out all the internals and get a series, whatever trigger you want, and polish it and sear and do this and do whatever you want. But you can make the trigger however you want it. Take it to a gunsmith. Tell them you want it to be more crisp, less take up, you know, more crisp break, over travel, I don't know. Do whatever you want. But for 2011, that's $700. Is the trigger good? In my opinion, yes. Does it enable you still to shoot decently fast and get split times like you're shooting some fancy pistol? I believe so. But let's put it to the test. Okay. So, let's see here. .17. So, and that is manipulating the safety. So, 2.17. Can I shoot like in a second and a half, one shot? .08. So, yeah, could I do that with a gun that's $3,000? Could I do that with a gun that's $7,000? Probably. Could I do it faster or better? I doubt it. But you can be the judge of that. .05. So pretty much 1 second draw and fire. Pretty sure they're A-zone. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, trigger's good enough to shoot fast. If that's what you're wondering. So yeah. Two shots, two different targets. 1.77. Not bad, not bad. And I'm a crappy shooter, so you can imagine. Really knew what you were doing, what you can do. No, that was a C-zone shot on that target. But anyways, with speed comes sacrifice, and that sacrifice is accuracy. But one thing you are not sacrificing with this is saving some extra dollars. You know what I mean? Saving some extra money. What I'm here for. So anyway, guys, Mac 9 DS. Love it or hate it. I know it's been already reviewed a billion times, but I just had to touch up on it one more time. And remember, there's a comped version that comes from the factory, so I haven't tried it. Most likely I won't, but unless they give me one for free, then I definitely try it. But that probably ain't happening anytime soon. So anyways, Jules here from the Dirty Man. You guys have a good one.